Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Cameron, and as you can tell by the title of today's video, today I'm going to be doing my first impressions of the new Apple iOS 16 update. If you haven't been in the loop, or if you haven't been keeping track with all of the Apple updates, you wouldn't know that Apple actually just recently did their annual fall Apple keynote last week, and they announced a whole bunch of new updates within the company, all from the new iPhone 14, as well as just so many other cool gadgets and features that they're bringing to the Apple products this year. And the most recent update that they brought is the iOS 16 update that you can now download on your phone. I actually just downloaded it this morning prior to filming this video, and this is just going to be my raw impressions of all the features and everything. I'm very excited because, stay tuned, I will be filming a iPhone 14 unboxing video in actually a couple of days from the day that I'm filming this video, and you'll be able to see my raw reactions there of the new software and just in general the new phone that Apple has for this year. So stay tuned for that video. That video is coming, but for now we are going to dive into this video. I have my whole setup going on here. I have my iPad, my MacBook, as well as my drink of choice. I have a Mocha Frat today from Starbucks to keep me fueled, but I'm going to actually start screen recording my phone, and I'm going to insert everything that I'm seeing on my phone either here or here so that you guys can follow along with me. So I'm going to screen record my phone. And so first initial impressions, I am just so excited looking at the new logo that they have for the phone. So I'm going to start screen recording my phone here. So we have the iconic lock screen here. I love the new font choices that they have. And then this is just my overall layout that I've had for my phone for just in general for iOS 15. I just have the weather widget, the calendar, the current music that I'm listening to, as well as a random photo from my photo album will pop up every time I go on my phone. And then I have my 8 most recent used apps. I'm gonna put my phone on Do Not Disturb so notifications pop up. And then I just have the quote of the day, all of my charging statistics for my Apple devices, as well as the podcast app and the 1 second a day app. And then we have all the generic apps, all of my Apple apps that I have in folders. And yeah, that is everything there. I'm going to actually go into the Tips app and see what's new in iOS 16, just so that we can see all of the updates. So we have here, what's new in iOS 16, discover new ways to collaborate, communicate, and personalize your phone. You can personalize your lock screen, and it says feature your favorite photos, choose colors and fonts and widgets, touch and hold the lock screen, and then customize or tap the plus to create a new lock screen. So that is pretty cool. I think I may have to film an individual iOS 16 customization video. Let me know in the comments if you would like that, but I think we're going to do that today. That looks really cool. But let me not get ahead of myself. Let's see, you can also match your lock screen to the moment. So it looks like you can hold down and put on the different Do Not Disturb features there, and it says connect to focus like work or personal to lock screen, so that the look of your phone matches what you're doing from the lock screen gallery. And that's really cool. I think I may have to do that as well. And then there's the reply later feature, which you slide to the left, and then let's see, oh, that's the new Apple unread message feature, which I think that is interesting. Let me know how you guys feel about that. I think that is a very interesting feature, but I think it may come in handy for a few messages. And then you can edit a text message, which that's never been done before. I have been guilty many times of sending messages and it just not being exactly what I want it to say, and I would always regret hitting the send button. Then I would send like the follow-up message with like the asterisk sign, what the actual word was supposed to say and then send that underneath it. So that's very, very cool. And then it has like an edited little notification so that whoever you're sending it to, the recipient, can see that they notice that you edited your message. We have a remove the background of a photo, which I'm very excited about this because you guys know me being a content creator on YouTube. I'm constantly editing and just in general making thumbnails for my videos. The thumbnail, if you didn't know, is the first thing you see before you watch any of my videos, or in general any videos on YouTube. It's the picture that pops up on any YouTube video. So I think that'll be really, really cool for when I'm editing just like vlogs and just like different action shots of things. So very excited about that. You can unsend an email, which I think is super, super nice, especially me being a professional creator as well as a college student. There are many times when I want to send a professional email to someone, but I may not know exactly what I want to say and how to say it, and I may want to just tweak what I'm saying. So having this is going to be very, very, very useful for me. So I guess you just simply tap the undo send and make changes to your email, which is really cool. So that is, I think, everything within personalizing your lock screen. So actually, I think we went through all of them, which is super cool. So what I'm actually going to do is, let's see, I'm trying to see if I missed anything. I already set a Face ID. Let's see. Personalize phone. I think we're just going to go ahead and head into the settings app and see what we can do about the home screen. Okay. Control center, general, iPhone storage. Let's see, I may need to go back into, display and brightness. Okay. Actually, no, I don't think that's it either. Wallpaper, maybe? Yes, okay. So this is here where you can customize your layout and your, I guess in general, overall viewing of your phone. So I'm actually very content with my wallpaper, so I'm going to keep it the way that it is, but I'm going to go back into the tips here. So let's see, personalize your lock screen. Okay, so it looks like we go to touch and hold the lock screen and tap customize, or tap the plus to create a new lock screen. Okay, alright, let's do that. So I'm gonna, actually tap and hold the lock screen. Okay. Alright everyone, so I just played around with a couple things on my phone, and I actually can screen record myself going onto the customize your lock screen. So we're going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to screen record my phone, and let's get started. So according to the tips app, you just hold down onto the lock screen, and then you can either here customize your wallpaper, which I'm very content with my neutral beige collage wallpaper, so I'm going to keep it like that. And then this is where the magic happens. This is where you can actually see all the many different options that you can use to customize your lock screen. So let's explore all these together. So you can either do, looks like they have an astronomy theme, they have a weather theme, emoji, color, unity, collections, all really, really cool features. And then even at the top here, there's photos, photo shuffle, which I think I may play around with that because I'm constantly wanting just to see old photos on my phone. We have an emoji one, a weather one, an astronomy one, a color one, and then these are just some suggested photos that Apple randomly chose from my phone to use as the display icons for these. And what I think is really cool is that it's very interactive and 3D effect, in a sense that pretty much in all of these shots here where you can see my face, I'm just scrolling through all of them. Oh, there's one of my mom and my dad. You can see that whoever's the human figure in the photo is covering up the time, which I think is really cool and kind of adds to that 3D effect. So I'm going to just randomly choose one here for fun. We're going to do, I think for fun we'll do this one of when I went to Ecuador. So let's say that I want to do that one. And it looks like here, this is where you can choose where you want each widget to go. So I'm very content with how it is right here, of just like the date at the top with the time at the bottom, but it looks like you can change it. You can change it to, I think, all of these options. You can change it to your calendar, what the weather is. You can change it to your most recent workout. I like to keep it at the regular calendar time. You can change it to what your next event is, which I think is really, really cool depending on your schedule. If you're always wanting to know what's coming up, you can change it to the time, whenever your next alarm is, fitness, whatever your next reminder is of the day, stocks if you're really into that, and then all of the weather and all that stuff. So that's really, really cool, but I'm going to change it back to the original Tuesday, September 13th. And then here, this is actually the coolest thing, I think, and you can change the different font and color of the time. So this is the generic one that came with my phone when I downloaded it just now this morning, but you can change it to a thinner one. That's like a more rounded bubble letter. That's like a more, I want to say like futuristic digital clock type. That's a more fancy cursive one. We have another like block letter one, another fancy one, and then this one I think is super cool, that like geometric line curve one. And then it's currently on this like iridescent blue faded to light mint green color, but you can change it to white, blue, and you can even change the hue of it, which is super cool if you want it more dark or more white. So that's really, really cool. We have a purple, a nice light pink, it actually looks like a hot pink, salmon color, peach, light orange, and it literally just goes like all the way down. And then even at the very end, if there's like a certain hex color that you like that is within your color palette, you can put that there, which is super cool. And those are all the features there. So yeah, that is the feature here, but I'm going to actually change this back to the original white color because I haven't really decided yet what I want for my phone to be. So stay tuned for my iOS 16 customization video, because then I will then show you guys me actually changing my phone to what I want it to be. So that is that. And then you can even add more widgets here, kind of like on the home screen of your phone. You can add the calendar, you can add your fitness, the weather. Also, you can only have 3 at a time, so I'm just going to take some of these out and play around a little bit. There's the time, weather, stocks, the next alarm. I'll delete all those again. And then we have partly cloudy. We have, oh yeah, so that's like the weather, current weather. And then we have all of the worldwide times in the world. You can add your battery status of all of your Apple products, which I think is super cool. So it looks like my Apple Watch is currently at 91%. You can add the calendar, clock. I think those are all the ones that I showed you guys. Fitness, home, news, reminders, stocks, and weather. So that is very, very cool. So that is all the widgets, and then if you want to change the photo to anything, you can just tap on the photo icon, scroll through all your photos, and you can add whatever photo you want. And so I'm actually going to see what this like spin dial is here. I think you can also play around with how you want the photo to be. So if I don't want how it was before where it was covering the numbers, I can crop it down so that you can still see everything. Let's see. Oh, and you can even change, kind of like how you can right now on the Photos app, you can even change the lighting. So we have all of these different filters, which is super, super cool. But again, being basic, I'm going to keep it at what it is. So that is that. So that is with the photos, and then we'll even try out with the weather astronomy one. In the spirit of the Artemis mission, I'm going to do the moon one. So here's the moon one. Let's see what you can get here. Oh, that's super cool. You can zoom in on it. Ooh, you can rotate it. That's so cool. Okay. And I think the widgets are all still the same, yeah. Widgets are all still the same. Okay, and then you can either do a solar system one. I think that one's really cool. That one's a close-up of the moon. We have the Earth here. It's amazing how NASA, just like space agencies, have gotten these really good high-quality photos, because that's just amazing. And then I think this one is really cool too. It's the I think the current time of the day for your location. So wherever you're at in the world, if it's daytime, nighttime, wherever, your phone will follow you with your lock screen of the time of the day. So obviously the sun just rose, so the sun is there. So yeah, that is that. I'm going to change my camera battery really quick and we will continue. Alright everyone, we are back. So here is continuing into all of the features. I'm going to scoot y'all back a little bit, get a little drink break. We have a fresh camera battery, so we're doing good. So we're gonna keep tracking here. Make sure we're here. Looks good. Okay, so next we have all of the emoji ones, which I think is super cool. I think there may even be a feature here where you can go in and change if you want a specific pairing of emojis for your layout. So let's go ahead and see what they have. So we have like this travel theme one, which I think is super cool. And again, all the widgets are the same, all the customizations. If you want to add batteries, calendar, clock, the whole 9 yards, we're just going through to see all the options. So we have a nice, like, I want to say like travel airplane theme one. There's like a under the sea fish ocean one with all the fish. We have, this one is giving me Disney / Mickey Mouse vibes with the mouse as well as the cheese, so that's super cool. Let's see, oh, you can even change how you want it, which I think is cool. So here's all of the different ones. It kind of has all of the different patterns that you can have it. So there's a spiral, rings, large grid, medium grid, small grid. And I believe it's like that for all of them. Small grid, medium grid, large grid, rings, spiral. I think that one is super cool. And then we have the same thing for the fish. Small grid, medium grid, large grid, rings, spiral, all that fun stuff. We already did that one. This one looks like a hot red chili pepper type of theme here. Again, small grid, medium grid, large grid, rings, spiral. And then we have the emojis. This is like all of the facial expressions, which I think is super cool. This, I think, one here kind of reminds me of a t-shirt design that I saw the other day at the store. We have a nice woodsy outdoor theme, so if you're part of that community, Apple has you. We got some leaves, we have some trees, we have some tents, we have some deer. Again, medium, small grid, medium grid, large grid, rings, spiral, that whole thing. And then we have, looks like a handyman / like engineering theme with the gears and the tires and the wrench, so that's super cool. Again, small, medium, large, rings, and spiral. All these are super creative. A round of applause to the graphic designers and just everyone at Apple who was behind these designs, because these are absolutely phenomenal. I'm mind blown right now. It looks like we have a sports theme here, and again, this is completely up to your palette of choice. You can go in and customize what you want. So let's say I'm a basketball player and I don't play tennis. I can go to the sports emoji here and change it to basketball. You can either add it there, so let's say I played tennis and basketball, so you can add that. Let's say I'm a triple threat and I also play baseball, you can add those. And what's really cool is you can add up to 6 different emojis. So let's just say I'm just an Olympian and I play all the sports in existence, so we're just going to add all of the ones here. And then that's the limit, obviously, but this is what it ends up looking like with all of them together, which is super, super cool. So again, all up to your palette, but kind of going back to what I was saying earlier, let's say that I'm just a basketball player. I can have it, again, small, medium, large, rings, and spiral. So very, very customizable, very cool. I'm going to change it back to the original tennis ball theme there. So that is the sports one for our sports people. We have this floral one here with a lot of cool floral designs. Again, medium, small, grid, large, ring, spiral. And again, this is completely customizable up to your palette. If you like a different type of flower, if you want to do like tulips or sunflowers or whatever, again, this is all up to you. So that is that. We have, looks like this might be like a cooking theme, vegetarian, I'm not sure, but you can change it to whatever food you want. I think this might be like the food theme, if I'm correct. So let's see, we have, looks like a vegetable theme going on again, small, medium, large, grid, rings, spiral. So let's say I don't eat vegetables, which I do eat vegetables, eat your vegetables, but let's say I'm a big fast food person, which I am, shameless disclaimer. I'm gonna do cheeseburger, fries, pizza, hot dogs, chicken wings. What else do I like? Tacos, and I don't know. Do they have a boba tea one? Boba. Oh wait, I think we're right now. Let's take the taco and put boba. So this would be my ideal lock screen if this was the one that I customized for myself. This is 6 of my all-time favorite foods, fast food, unhealthy foods, and then I forgot to mention this for the other ones, but you can change the background colors. So you guys know that my favorite color of all time is blue. So I think if I was customizing this for myself, I would definitely go for the white or maybe even like the dark blue and put it into like a nice faded like sky blue. I think that would be really cool, but again, it's all up to your taste. And then we have the nice layouts there. I don't think I missed anything, and it goes back to the generic ones every single time if you don't want to save it, which is really cool. Next, we have this, I think, is the Galaxy one. Again, very fitting, perfect timing for me just coming back from NASA doing the Artemis 1 NASA social. This is like the space theme, so we have like the alien, Saturn, a spaceship. And then again, we have the small, medium, large, rings, and spiral themes all there. And again, you can customize the emojis as well as the background color to your choosing. But if this was me, I think I would go for the brown muted color. I think that just makes it all very, I want to say, cohesive, if that makes sense, kind of brings it together. So yeah, that is all the emoji ones. And then it looks like they have different collections for celebrating different cultures as well as identities. So we have this generic one, which I think if I wasn't a big neutral gal, I would probably go for this one. And here it looks like you can change the depth effect of the 3D effect here, but I'm not exactly sure how you do it, which maybe I'm missing something. I don't know. Oh, you can turn it off and on. So it looks like here. Okay, so that's what changes if you want to see the time or not. So if I really wasn't desperate to see the whole number of the time, I can put the depth effect on, and then it will cover it to give that 3D effect to look like it's actually popping out at me, which is super cool. So that is that. We have a Pride LGBTQ community one. If you're part of that community, we have, this is I think the Africa one, which again we have to represent for our people. If you know, you know. And so that's super cool. And then we have another Pride one here for the community. You could change the background color. We got all these colors here. Super cool. I'm very proud of Apple for taking the initiative on just making more efforts for that so people can really feel like they belong. We have a little multicolored one here, which this actually, I believe, the first time Apple introduced this might have been in iOS 14, because I actually used to have the same exact bubble moving multicolored effect on my old couple phones a couple years ago. This was my all-time favorite one. Comment below if you also had this one. This is my all-time favorite one because you guys know I'm a big blue fan. So that is that. We have a green, yellow, orange, red, purple, blue, warm silver, and cool silver. So I'm glad they brought that back. I think that's super nice. And then you can change the appearance of it to be dark, light, and then automatic. And I think the automatic automatically shifts between the day and the nighttime, which is super, super convenient. So you don't have to manually do it by yourself if you don't want. And then we have one here which looks like a nice 3D effect of some fish under the sea. And again, we have the depth effect of the little lily pads there. If you want to see the whole time, you can turn off the depth effect. If not, you can keep it on. So that is there. And then we have all of the generic colors. You can change, I believe, the tone of all your color palettes here. Again, you guys know I'm a big blue person, so this is what blue feature looks like in vibrant, tone, deep. Ooh, I think this one might be my favorite. Vapor, bright, and solid. And then you can do this for all of the colors of the rainbow. Change them back and forth, but I'm going to put it back at the generic blue because that's my personal favorite. Looks like these are just different ways you can customize the color with the fonts. Again, we have this whole theme going on, so this is really up to your choosing, you guys, of what you want. And if you don't want to keep scrolling up and down, you can just go to the icons here and it'll take you. So it looks like each of these individual icons, you can choose what photo you want. You can do photo shuffle. See, photo shuffle is processing. Okay, so I'll set that up later, but I feel like that's going to be a feature where if you want to see all of the mini photos that you have in your photo album, it'll randomly pop up each time you go to your phone or each time you pick up your phone to look at it. So I will set that up later. That one is a shortcut to take you to the emoji, which we saw all those, the weather, all of the astronomy ones, and then all the color ones. And I believe that is actually it for everything. And let me see, hope I'm not missing anything. Yeah, that is it for that. Alright everyone, so that is actually going to conclude today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching me get the first impressions of the new iOS 16 update that they have for the iPhones. This is a friendly reminder that if you have an iPhone right now that's one of the newest, current, up-to-date versions, definitely go onto your settings of your phone and see that if it's available, and if it is, download it. It is absolutely amazing. I cannot wait to continue to explore the different patterns and just in general all of the different widgets, as well as the different combinations that I can use for changing out my lock screens. There's so many amazing designs and I literally cannot wrap my head around which one I want to do. But actually, this will not be I will actually be doing a customize my iPhone video with me where I show you guys how I'm going to personally set up my phone for the new iOS 16 update within my personal color palette, so stay tuned for that video. And then, as I mentioned at the beginning of today's video, stay tuned because I will be unboxing the new iPhone 14 that just came out, so stay tuned for that video. I'm very, very excited about that. And if you have any questions about any of the features that I showed, be sure you let me know in the comments. I do respond to all my comments, so definitely comment if you have any questions. And in general, if you have any questions on, in general, the iOS 16 features that are specifically within my version of my phone, let me know and I can answer those as well. But yeah, that is going to be it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll leave a playlist to all of my past iPhone/Apple videos that I've done in the past in the description in the playlist, so definitely go watch those. And yeah, that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.